while I share this beautiful article on the experience of meditating inside the Matrimandir. Welcome back, friends. Hope you all had a wonderful meditation with that very, very, very soothing music. So gentle, so conducive for this group meditation. So, in continuation of Ram's session yesterday on the topic of love by J. Krishnamurti, I wanted to share the same concept with another great spiritual master, the Pondi Mother, her opinion on this topic. So, I'll just read a little bit about her ideas and I will go to the Auroville experience. Love, the eternal force, has no clinging, no desire, no hunger for possession, no self regarding attachment. It is, in its pure movement, the seeking for union of the self with the divine, a seeking absolute and regardless of all other things. Love divine gives itself and asks for nothing. Love is one of the great universal forces. It exists by itself and its movement is free and independent of the objects in which and through which it manifests. What human beings have made of it, we do not need to say. They have turned it into an ugly and repulsive thing. And yet, even in human beings, the first contact of love does bring down something of its purer substance. They become capable for a moment of forgetting themselves. For a moment, its divine touch awakens and magnifies all that is fine and beautiful. So, there is more to this topic. I will share this article. There is more reading here, but I will stop here and go to the experience of meditating inside Auroville, the Matrimandir especially. This author is using the word concentrate instead of meditate. So wherever I say concentrate, you can please interpret it as meditate. Auroville is an experimental community in southeastern India designed for residents from different countries and cultures to integrate the divine into earthly existence as they live in peace and harmony. The town is physically designed around a golden spherical structure called the Matrimandir, which means the temple of the mother. This post is about what it is like to concentrate or meditate inside the Matrimandir. 10 kilometers north of Puducherry, old name was Pondicherry, Auroville was created in 1968 on formerly barren land. It's now a lush place with well tended gardens and yet is still a work in progress. There are a few thousand permanent residents from many countries with thousands more temporary residents. Auroville's ideals and creations are by the Indian philosopher Sri Aurobindo and his spiritual collaborator Mira Alfasa, who came to be known as the Mother. Sri Aurobindo developed integral yoga. In his words, integral yoga can bring the supramental power of divine consciousness down into the ignorance of the mind, life, and body to transform them, to manifest the divine here and create a divine life in matter. Put another way, it is the transformation of our superficial, narrow, and fragmentary human way of thinking, seeing, feeling, and being into a deep and wide spiritual consciousness. It's ordinary human living integrated into the divine way of life. To that end, the Matrimandir is physically designed to facilitate this divine integration. The Matrimandir in Auroville. The inner chamber in this Matrimandir is only for serious seekers. The inner chamber is not for casual tourists, and several admittance rules keep out those who might take a farcical view to this effort. And it is an effort. True seekers use the inner chamber to meditate on divine integration. There is no talking aloud, around, or inside the Matrimandir. There is no specific way to meditate, and in keeping with the spirit of unity, despite differences, people of all faiths and meditation practices are welcome. As long as your prayer is silent and your meditation stationary, and you are serious about realizing the divine in this existence, you are welcome. Inside the Matra Mandir, a heliostat moves a mirror across the sun to project light down onto a crystal, which is the centerpiece in the inner chamber. This signifies the divine entering the material world. People meditate on divine integration around this crystal. The light goes all the way through the Matrimandir to the lotus pond underneath the structure. When visitors go to the Matrimandir, they stop at the lotus pond first for about 10 minutes to meditate before ascending to the inner chamber. From the lotus pond, shoes are left outside and visitors don white socks on the first level of this temple. On the way up towards the inner chamber, I felt like I was in some type of giant alien spacecraft. Additionally, there was a profound sense of calm and peace, which is not surprising in a silent zone. Inside the inner chamber, the light beam into the crystal was beautiful, otherworldly. The towering white polished columns drew my eyes up. The plush white carpet and interior white walls added to the luminosity. I chose to sit in the front circle ring around the crystal. The second ring allows people to lean on the wall if needed. The cushions were adequate for a short sit. Our initiation guide had said we would have 15 minutes of time in the inner chamber. I did not time it, but it felt like less. I started by opening myself up to the divine integration, but I am a Vipassana practitioner, so after a minute, I began Anapana and then Vipassana, free flow body sweeps. A light flashed that I saw despite closed eyes, which signaled the end of our time. Once back outside, we were allowed to wander the gardens and stay in active concentration or meditation in the silent zone around the Matra Mandir. Being in this place was a unique experience. That said, it doesn't matter where I try to meditate or practice my spirituality, as long as it is in a quiet place. Once I close my eyes, I am meditating on how physical manifestations reveal my current and past life choices and mind patterns. In this way, I could be in a Vipassana pagoda. But that's exactly the point of Matrimandir and Auroville itself. I am welcome despite my method of concentration. Human unity with the divine and each other does not mean exclusion based on my soul's preference for a method to reach nirvana and divine integration, to experience truth and happiness. So, friends, this is the end of this beautiful article written by an author named Ellen, and I felt a similar experience. That is why I chose to read from the same article. I was there recently last month to Tiruvannamalai, the famous place where Ramana Maharishi has his ashram. So I went up to the Skanda ashram where he used to meditate, and the next stop was Auroville. I wanted to talk about this place, Matrimandir, and today I've been given this wonderful opportunity by Master Swapna, who wanted somebody to take the session. So I was able to share this beautiful experience with all of you. Thank you, Masters, for joining in this session and adding your beautiful energies to this group meditation. Thank you. If anybody would like to share something, your own experiences, please go ahead and unmute yourself or simply raise your hand.
Hi, this is Mariam here,
Yes,
and
Mary.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Your voice is so soothing. I would like to connect with you personally if it's possible. I've dropped you a message on WhatsApp. Maybe after the session you can catch up with me. And yeah, you're right. The thing you shared about love, that it's not clinging, it doesn't have any attachment. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and how you can connect it to the mandir that you uh, shared the experience of, that even in that mandir there is no judgment. There is no matter how you meditate, how you come, with what consciousness you come, on what level you meditate, it's all accepted, it's all allowed. So that's the beauty of places, holy places, that there is no judgment, there is only love, there is only unity,
Very
and there is
beautiful.
goodness.
Sorry, did you say something? Sorry, I interrupted.
No problem, no problem. Yeah, there is holiness, there is wholeness.
Yes, very, very true. Yes, I will connect with you through WhatsApp later. And thank you for feeling the power of the session, because when we talk about love, we all have our own opinion of what it is, how it is, and with who it is, and all that. But these are very high level concepts, universal love, talked by very, very, very high spiritual masters. So we will definitely understand it a little better than what our previous understanding was. And thank you for your experience sharing. Masters, if anybody else would like to add something, please. Yes, Ram, please go ahead.
Thanks a lot, Ranjani ji. The group meditation was very, very beautiful, and nice to see the similarities in the sharings on love, also from today's sharings, and the experience of Auroville. Auroville is one of those places which we have in our list as well to visit. The more we listen about this community, the way they live, the the space they have created from barren lands, it really inspires us, and we wish we'll be there anytime soon. We have visited a similar community in Italy, in north of Italy, and it was very beautiful to see how on the same planet Earth there are communities that live completely in a different way, yet experiencing life, joy, beauty in a grander way. They were so pleasant, their faces, their way of living, so inspiring. So it is always beautiful to visit such communities, spend time with them, learn from how they are living, because our earth is meant to have beauty. Our earth is meant to be as a heaven. So, thanks to such great people who founded these communities and people who get inspired and are living there and taking that messages across the world. So, thank you, Ranjini ji.
Thank you, Ram. Yes, I've also read earlier that in Auroville, there is no currency exchange. It is all like a barter system. They exchange goods. So, like, it's a very different way of living. I don't know if it is still practiced like that there, but they did not use currency to buy anything. So they would give something else in return. Very different concepts, but that place has a lot of peace. There is a huge banyan tree outside this golden globe. Huge. And the day I went, they had made like rangolis. In India, we call it as a flower decoration with all the flowers that bloom there, all kinds. They made a very nice geometrical pattern outside the tree. I don't know if it is done every day or that was a special day, it was a new moon day or something, I don't know. People come there and hug the tree, whatever wish they have. They kind of pray to the tree, and then when the wish is fulfilled, they come back and hug the tree, thanking the mother and the energies there for granting their wish. All that was very nice to watch. And there are so many benches around that banyan tree. So you can just sit there and meditate. It is so shady and huge. The banyan tree, you all know, leaves a lot of branches down, and each one of them have become a tree on their own. So it is like a canopy of 10 or 12 trees, and there is so much shade. And the nice thing is, you are asked to drop all your belongings outside in the reception. So there is no way to take any picture or anything. You just sit there and experience the moment without worrying about what you are capturing, how you are going to show it to your friends, how many people will follow that. All that you leave behind. You just soak in the moment and you experience that beautiful peace and happiness that comes from the visit as well as by sitting under the tree outside. It was a very, very beautiful experience, Masters. If any of you happen to pass by Pondicherry, please make it happen. There is a certain registration process that you have to follow. You have to be there a day before and a week before they open the registration for the following week. So you just send your request and they will send you back the time that you're supposed to report in the front office. Very streamlined process. It's all free except for the parking, but you have to follow the process. You just can't show up there and expect to go inside. So if anybody would like to go there, please contact me. I will share all the registration process, everything. Thank you. Thank you, Masters. If there is no more sharing, shall I end the session here?
Thank you. Thank you, Ranjini. Thanks, everyone.
Have a wonderful day, wonderful evening.